something that came to my mind in all of this is, like, we talk about new to brand a lot, right? And
Sure.
I believe we define it kind of as someone who hasn't purchased from your brand within the last year. And that would make sense because, like, that ties kind of to the look back that we had. With
Sure.
a longer look back, does that mean that the definition of, like, what we universally define as a new to brand customer is going to change? Like, what if I purchased 5 years ago, but then I skipped 3 years and came back? At what point am I actually new to brand?
Great question. And so is the construct of the existing language appropriate for a longer look back? I think is what you're saying. No, it's not. And quite frankly, they're not new to brand. A lot of them are channel shifting, especially if you're an enterprise brand, but like that's a separate debate. And so, it allows us to do the math ourselves, and we can figure out and acknowledge the uniqueness of each brand and where they are sort of on their growth trajectory, as well as points of distribution to help figure out, well, what does a new customer look like? And, within the, sort of within this ecosystem, within this channel, and then track that over time. And so you can actually kind of throw out that construct and recreate one of sort of, because you can then do the math any way that you want. So I think it's much more powerful. Ultimately, the thing that we care about is sort of, hey, is it a net new customer within this, class of trade? And then what does that customer then do over time? And how much does it cost, sort of continue to have a relationship with that customer?